Hey students, Alex from Mizu Education here. Today we're going to be looking at how to master the subtraction techniques within algebra. If you watched our addition algebra video, you'll find that there's a lot of overlap in the content and you're already one step ahead of the game. So to start this lesson off, put on your set of headphones and let's zone in. Before looking at how to subtract, we need to pay attention to a crucial concept that is like and unlike terms. Now, like terms consist of common pronumerals, that is the letters, and they are raised to the same power. And within subtraction, specifically in algebra, only like terms can subtract with other like terms. Now, for example, a like term would look something like this: 5a minus 3a. Now, the reason they are like terms, they have common pronumerals, and they are raised to the same power of 1. Another example would be something like this. If we have 6x cubed minus 2x cubed. Again, these two are like terms because specifically these groups over here, the x cubed, are the same. They have the same pronumeral raised to the same power. Now, what is considered an unlike term would be the following. For example, 4x minus 3y. The reason is we have unlike pronumerals. Another example of unlike terms would be, for example, 7a cubed minus 3a squared. Now, although there is the presence of the same pronumeral, we can see that the power is different in both of them, and hence they are unlike terms. Now, before going into some of those key question types, there's another concept that I would like to cover, and that is the presence of double negatives. Now, for example, a question may look like this: 3a minus, in bracket, minus 2a. Now, first we can see that these two are like terms due to the presence of the same pronumeral raised to the same power. Now, the presence of the double negatives, so negative and negative, this actually turns into a positive. So if we rewrite the equation, it would look something like this: 3a plus 2a. Now that we've covered like and unlike terms, as well as the concept of double negatives, let's walk through some of those high yield question types within algebra subtraction. Now, the first question is this: 10x minus 8x. Now, the first thing to consider in any question that you do is, are these like terms? Now, first, we can see that they are like terms, given that they have the same pronumeral raised to the same power, in this case, x to the power of 1. We work with the numbers first, and the pronumeral will carry on into the answer. If we know that the pronumeral will carry, so we'll have an x in our answer, all we need to do is subtract the numbers. 10 minus 8 gives us 2, and the pronumeral carries over. Another question type looks at the following: 8a minus 4b minus 2a minus 6b. Now here, what we need to see is that there are a bunch of different like terms. We have a group with a's, and we also have a group with b's. Here we need to do something known as grouping like terms. Now, you can just do this off the fly if you're very experienced with it, or if you want to get a bit more comfortable, try move the similar groups together. So for example, moving the like terms of a together, so 8a minus 2a, that's one group, and the second group dealing with the b's, minus 4b minus 6b. Now here, what we need to do is solve accordingly. For example, we start with this group, 8a minus 2a. Now, these two are like terms. 8 minus 2 gives us 6, so that will give us 6a. The second group is here, minus 4b minus 6b. Now we need to be careful that there is a minus in front of the 4b. So minus 4 minus 6 gives us minus 10. So for this group over here, the answer will be minus 10b, and the following answer overall would be 6a minus 10b. Another question type looks at the following: 6xy minus 4yx. Now initially, these two may seem like unlike terms. However, what we need to keep in mind is that when we have pronumerals situated next to each other, it means that they're multiplying. So for example, yx is also y times x, and that is the same thing as saying x times y. So what we can actually do is we can flip those two pronumerals around. In turn, if we were to rewrite this, it would be 6xy minus 4xy. So the top and the bottom, these two equations are actually equal. We can much more clearly see that these two are like terms. And then it's the same process. We go ahead and solve. The pronumerals are going to remain in our answer, and then we just subtract the numbers. So by subtracting the numbers, 6 minus 4 gives us 2, and we retain the pronumerals, x, y. The final question type looks at the following: 15y squared minus 2x minus 4y squared. Now here, we need to find out where our like terms are so we can successfully subtract them. Here, we can see that the 15y squared and the minus 4y squared are both like terms. Now, we can go ahead and subtract them like this, or we can make it a little bit easier for ourselves, and let's just kind of group them together. So that's what we're going to do down below. 15y squared minus 4y squared minus 2x. So we've got one group of like terms here. Now what about this 2x? Now the 2x doesn't have any other like terms it can subtract with, and as a result, it's going to stay as is in our answer. So let's go ahead and solve this. 15y squared minus 4y squared. The pronumeral is going to remain the same in our answer. We subtract the numbers, 15 minus 4, that gives us 11y squared. And as we said, because there are no like terms with the 2x, the minus 2x is going to remain as is. Now that we've covered the content of subtraction within algebra, let's have a go at doing some of those practice questions. Alright, hopefully you had a go at doing some of those practice questions. Let's go and see how we can approach them. Now with the first question, 5x minus, and then in brackets, minus 2x. So this targets that same principle, first over here, the minus and the minus being together. Now that's going to change to a plus. So let's rewrite that. 5x plus 2x. Now here, let's first identify, are these two like terms? We can see that they are because they have a common pronumeral raised to the same power. And then what we know is that pronumeral will remain in our answer, and all we need to do here is, because it's addition, we add the two numbers together. So 5 plus 2 gives us 7. The answer will be 7x. That's question 1. Let's go through question 2 down here. 22a minus 2x minus 10a minus 2x. Now this focuses on the principle of grouping those like terms. So let's actually, down here, let's group those like terms together. We can see we have a and a. So let's do that first. 22a minus 10a. That's our first group. Our second group is minus 2x and minus 2x. Minus 2x, minus 2x, and that's our second group. And then let's go ahead and simplify this. So 22a minus 10a, it's going to be, so 22 minus 10, that will give us a 12, and the a will remain. Then we have minus 2x minus 2x, so minus 2 minus 2 will give us a minus 4, and the x will remain. So overall the answer is 12a minus 4x. Let's go to question 3 up here. 18ab minus 2 minus, in brackets, 3ba minus 4. Okay, so the first thing that we should have recognized is this over here. So let's get rid of this double negative. Getting rid of it, we are changing it to a plus. Overall, it would be 18ab minus 2 plus 3ba minus 4. Now, let's look for those like terms. We have 18ab. Now, originally we may think that there are no like terms. However, this 3ba is also a like term to 18ab. That is because ba can also be rewritten as ab. So why don't we actually change that over here? So instead of ba, let's make that ab. So that's the same. Now, let's group those together. So we have 18ab plus 3ab. We have a minus 2 and a minus 4. Now, because these two are constants, they can actually subtract. Now, let's go ahead and let's simplify this. 18ab plus 3ab. So 18 plus 3 will give us an answer of 21. And the pronumerals will remain in our answer. Then we have minus 2 minus 4. That gives us minus 6. And that is our answer. Now moving on to the final question, question 4, 20x squared minus 3x minus 5x squared minus 6. Okay, now let's first find out where our like terms are. Our like terms are going to be here and here. That is because of the presence of the x squared. So same pronumeral raised to the same power. So let's actually, down below, let's bring those two together. 20x squared minus 5x squared, and let's rewrite everything else, minus 3x minus 6. Now these two are like terms. We don't have another like term for the minus 3x, and we don't also have another like term for this constant. So in our answer, these two are going to remain as is. So let's go ahead and simplify this. 20x squared minus 5x squared, so 20 minus 5, that's going to be 15, and the pronumeral will remain x squared. And because these two don't have any other like terms, they're going to remain as is in our answer, minus 3x minus 6. Hope you all found this video on subtraction within algebra helpful, and if you did, comment in the chat. This is Alex signing off for now. Stay sharp.